What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Tunnel Vision Talk. It's another week. It's actually Monday today, and we are actually getting a podcast recorded on time. Clap it up for the podcast being up on a Monday for the first time in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We've been slacking a little, no secret, but coming at you 3 segments today. Obviously, I posted on the Instagram yesterday. We're going to be ranking our top 5 rookie quarterbacks. So that will be last today. First, we're going to come back, second today, we're going to be coming back with our 5-player segment. I'll name a player, Talon's going to rank them. And then first, we're going to go, and if you're not familiar with it, on Instagram, there's a filter where it's like, what team are you getting drafted by? We both did that. We made a team consisting of a quarterback, a running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 1 team's O-line, and 1 team's defense. So we're going to go ahead and jump off at that. So the way we're going to decide it is basically whoever has more, whoever's player is better, they'll get 1 point. Whoever has more points at the end will then be the winner. So
yeah, we could also compare defense, how the defense stacks up against your 3 receivers or something like that. Just to talk about it.
All right. So at quarterback, Talon, who do you have?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. I think I got you beat there. I got Josh Allen.
Okay. So, yeah, you're definitely
by the way, we did these in order. So first I got the Bills, Josh Allen. First he got Cardinals, Kyler Murray. So down the line, obviously I would not have picked some of these teams in the specific spots. So just so everyone knows. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do 1 point me for now. I'm gonna do matchup ratings as a different point. So I could have a better defense, but the matchup could be better for you.
Right.
So at running back, I had Myles Gaskin for the Dolphins. Kind of not great, not bad. So
I have Austin Eckler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that point to you. Because while I do think Gaskin will be better this year, last year wasn't amazing for him. So, and Austin Eckler is a proven back in the NFL. Wide receiver.
First receiver, I have Michael Thomas.
I also have Michael Thomas.
Oh.
So, all right. I'm just gonna do receiving group as a whole. There's gonna be 1 point.
Okay.
So, who's your wide receiver number 2?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. All right, I got DeAndre Hopkins.
No, whatever. Come on.
And
you said your receivers were okay.
I mean, the third one isn't the best, but
my third receiver is Julio.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you that point. I had Devontae Smith, so obviously we haven't seen him play a snap, but I wasn't gonna pick Jalen Reagor.
It was between Julio and AJ for me, and I figured Julio was a smart choice because of matchup, who you had, whatever.
All right.
You go ahead and do O-line.
Tight end.
Tight end. Yeah.
Another not great pickup for me. I had Evan Ingram, so a lot of drops.
I had Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee. I would probably go Tyler Higbee personally.
Yeah, so would I.
Just because
Evan Ingram is just so overrated. You made a Pro Bowl and you dropped
over Robert Tonyan.
What? Oh yeah. What?
Mm-hmm. So my O-line is the Bills O-line, so not bad, middle of the road.
I have the Jags.
I mean, I think I might have to go with me on that one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have good pieces on their O-line. It's just they don't perform well together.
That's what I was gonna say. They have a couple of decent. I mean, they have Andrew Norwell.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Robinson's
Linder
okay.
Is pretty good.
Linder's great. I think. But like you said, they're just not very protective at all. They just don't work. But
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you name your defense.
Yep, I have Arizona.
I also had Arizona.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay, I'm gonna,
So split.
yeah. And you had 3 points and I had two before that. Just because you had a better wide receiver core, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the matchup point as well. So for that one, Talon won it 4 points to two.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue this on into next episode, have a different team every week. Hopefully have some different players because we had two identical players.
Right.
So
Yeah, I like that though, because here's originally I had made a off camera. I had made a like the full team, and I sent it to him, and it like like defense, every position, middle linebacker, just stuff like that, safeties and everything. And he was like, "Well, I feel like that'd be a lot to name out in one podcast, so let's just do the offense." So, but I like doing just the offense and then like a defense as a whole. Um, I mean, the whole team would give us a better matchup standpoint, but that's just too much to name off. Maybe like once or twice we'll do it, but for now we have a couple other segments, so we might as well just stick with this. But yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah.
yeah, maybe in the 1,000 listen special. We're
Right.
getting close. We're getting close.
Yeah. Maybe like 10 more podcasts.
I mean, I'll let y'all just blow one up. So send
Mhm.
this to all your friends if you wanna get us to 1,000 listens. You know, it would mean a lot. It's
Yeah.
not always easy to make these with different schedules all the time. So we appreciate your support.
Mhm.
So to head on into the next segment, this is our 5 players. I'm naming them. He's ranking them. So
Yeah.
we're doing quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers. So to start it off, it was a rookie from last year. And I feel like people are starting to already overrate him because I saw his stats compared to Ben Roethlisberger's, and they were slightly worse than Ben Roethlisberger's. So this player, Justin Herbert,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, no, I'm not saying he's bad. Just want to get that out of the way. I'm saying that I don't think he's as great as everyone's already making him out to be. I need to see one more season out of him.
I'm going top 10 anyway. Top 10. Solely on the fact that when you look at his offense, I mean, his receivers are Keenan Allen, great, right? But then you've also got Mike Williams, who's nothing but I feel like a jump ball catcher. He's not all around. He just goes up and gets arguably one of the better jump ball receivers. But I feel like he went and made that Chargers team playoff contender in the next. I feel like could be this year. With the AFC being so stacked, I doubt it. But I mean, I feel like he went in and made that team above average. When they weren't the years before with Philip Rivers. So I think that's why I'm putting him up there because I feel like he took that team who didn't really have many changes on the offensive side of the ball other than getting a new quarterback. So I still put him top 10 for that reason. I see what you're saying though. Like when you look at his stats, I mean, people are starting to overrate him, but that could be something for him to just prove himself. Like he has another season, and then people are going to keep him up there. I feel like top 15 is kind of in the border. I wouldn't put him below like 13. I don't think. But yeah, no, I'd say top 10 for sure.
All right. Next player, I've seen a lot of controversy in the recent years on this guy. Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh,
Once top running back in the NFL, now heavily fallen off and dependent on Dak Prescott from what we saw last year.
oh, this is tough. I feel like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go top 10, but he's like right at 10 for me, 9 or 10. I feel like when I think of running backs to put above him, I can only think of like 7, 8 off the top of my head. If I were to write down a list, I could find whatever. But I feel like top 15 is just too low for Zeke. I feel like he still has potential. he's just not there right now. And I get that all he's doing is getting older, which I mean, everybody is. That's whatever. But I feel like you're saying, he's dependent on Dak. He has such a good offense around him, and last year he just didn't produce with Andy Dalton, and so that it proves that. I mean, that offense in general is run by Dak. So I see the fact where he's kind of declined, but at the same time, if you decline, you get pushed down the list. So yeah, I feel like borderline top 10 is where he needs to be. You could put him below there, but not too far below. I'd say like Herbert, like top 15 at least. So
That's what I'm saying. Next player, rookie last year again, and people are already saying that he's top 10. I just don't think so yet, because he's in a 3-back system. I mean, he was kind of a product of that a little bit, because when you throw out 3 different guys that have 3 different skill sets, you're gonna have to adjust on the fly as a defense, and that's not always easy. And the guy's Jonathan Taylor. So
I think I'm gonna go top 20. I feel like top 10 is way too high. Top 15 you could. I don't know. I saw something that was talking about him in fantasy, and I know fantasy is not a really good way to put it, but talking about him in fantasy, and it's like he has such a good O-line. A running back, an average running back can produce with an O-line. With a good O-line. They culture top 5 O-lines in the league. I find that he doesn't have receivers around him, and I'll give him that. But Phillip Rivers made do with what they had last year. And so they kind of opened up his lanes for production. Yeah, no, I feel like you can't really put, especially with him being a rookie, I feel like you can't put him above there. When rookies have a good first season, I feel that it's hard to make a good case unless they're a guy that comes in and changes the whole, how they play football. So I'm going like top 20, like probably like 17 or 18 around there. If I had a list, whatever, like the same way I could list them out, but probably like 17 or 18.
All right, now into the wide receivers. Both these guys are guys that were in 2019, I would say top 3 wide receivers. Last year, both had injury-riddled seasons, and then guys like Stephon Diggs, D-Hop continued his surge, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, those guys climbed up while they kind of sunk down. So I'm interested to hear these opinions. First guy, Julio Jones.
Top 10. 6. I'd say like 6, maybe 7, depending on who you have in front of him. Justin Jefferson's not better. I feel like the only guys you can put in front of him are D-Hop, Diggs, Devontae Adams. You can make a case for Michael Thomas, but at the same time, you can make a case that they could flip. I feel that he could be 4, he could be 5, he could be, I don't know. I'm gonna put him top 10.
Depends on his health.
Right.
I saw someone said when he is fully healthy, he is still a top 3 wide receiver.
And that's fine, right? But again, we haven't seen that in 3 years. So, no, yeah, I'm gonna go top 10. But he's pushing top 5. He can have a good year this year, and a couple of the receivers that were like popping off last year can settle down. I feel like he'll be back into that like top 3, top 4. But yeah, with the amount of receivers that emerged last year, you can't really make a case for him to be up there in top 3 right now.
All right, next guy you actually mentioned, Michael Thomas. Another guy, didn't really play a whole lot last year because of injuries. He's not coming into a season where Drew Brees is no longer there. He's got Jameis Winston throwing to him. So for me, my ranking changed because of the quarterback.
I'm not going to put that quarterback thing into a sense yet, only because he hasn't played with him yet. We don't know what he's going to do. I think I'm not going to rank receivers as to, I feel like that's unfair because you don't know. Like, they lost Emmanuel Sanders. He's going to be that guy for them. He's going to have to be, if he keeps his attitude straightened up and he keeps his health in check. I think he could be top 5. Same case with Julio. We didn't see him play last year much, so it's like I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna go top 10. Same way with Julio. He could be right there around like 4 or 5. He could be 6, 7, 8. It just depends if you're like you're saying. If you take quarterback into it, if you take his health, if you take the other receivers receivers I feel like are the toughest things to judge because it all depends on your running back, your quarterback, your defense really because if your defense can hold up, you're gonna have to play whole different style of football. I feel like I'm gonna put him right at top 10, but it's pushing top 5. Him and Julio both could be right around there. But yeah.
All right. Before we hop into these rookie quarterback rankings, I have a question. It's two
Okay.
parts. So, part A of the question, if right now you had one play in the NFL, you get the ball, how many yards do you think you're getting?
Me?
Yes. Like, do you think you could get 1 yard in the NFL?
No.
All right, what if I told you you're at quarterback, right? It's a QB sneak right behind Quentin Nelson. Could you get a yard?
Yeah. Because it depends because you gotta give me like a position. Like quarterback, QB sneak behind the best O line that's up there. Yes, because all I got to do, snap, throw the ball out underneath me, and then boom, that's a yard.
All
If
right,
you're putting me at running back or wide receiver, ain't no way I'm getting that yard. Like, no.
all right. I'm saying wide receiver, you're running a slant route.
Mm-hmm.
You catch the ball, okay? As soon as you get hit, this is part B. Are you getting injured?
Yes. It doesn't matter who is hitting me. I am cracking.
Prime Ray Lewis across the middle.
No, that deceased.
That's when you just run away from the football.
Dude, that's a good question. No, I mean, it's a good question for other people other than me. Because it's an obvious answer. If you've ever met me, play flag football for a reason, man. No, no, I'm not getting any yards after catch. I'm dropping the ball, and I'm at least like 6 bones broken. So,
I mean, personally, I think I could get maybe 2 or 3. Cause like I'll be out here, trying to be a little shifty on the route, hit him with the drag,
yeah,
drag, catch it, and
but
then
like,
fall down.
have you right? But like, dude, like if you were to go up against like Jalen Ramsey,
Oh,
you're
that's
not
not
catching the
going up
ball.
against Jalen. That's when I motion to the other side of the field.
He comes with you. No,
Nah.
I saw a question. It was like you're offered $10 million if you catch the ball. Against Jalen Ramsey, you have one catch to do it, or one throw to do it, one pass. If you don't take it, it was like something about I don't remember. It was like you can get like 10K, 10 grand to not take it, but you get a mil or 10 mil or whatever it was if you catch the ball. Do you take it or you just take the 10K? And then everyone's like, "Oh, I'm taking it." And this guy like just absolutely roasts everybody for like you're not catching the ball in Jalen Ramsey if you're not in the NFL. Like,
No, don't call me Darnell Mooney. I'll hit him with the mean stop
no,
and go.
you're not catching the ball. And it's like I'm taking the 10K because I know good and well I'm not catching the ball. Like,
I don't know, how tall is Jalen Ramsey?
I don't care.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me look at his measurables.
I'm
I realize
5'1".
he's fast. Hold on.
I'm 5'1" and I'm not catching the ball.
Jalen Ramsey is 6'1", so I'm the same height. Weight is pretty big. 194. All right, he's got like 30 pounds on me. And then his speed is 4.4, but
You're not running 4.4.
it doesn't matter.
All you gotta do is just stop and go.
The thing is that wouldn't work because I know he's accelerating faster
Or
than me.
just stop.
Yeah. Like realistically,
Yeah,
I
you
would
just ask for a jump
probably
ball.
take the 10K. No, his
Hmm.
vertical's higher than me. He can probably dunk. I mean, I can't hit a rim grab, but
Oh, you cut out for a little bit, but it's okay.
yeah, I would in the moment I would probably take the 10K just because
Hmm.
I need money more than I need to take a chance.
Hmm.
So
I mean, like, what if you just like hire a guy with that 10 mil and be like, all right, give you 1 mil to like sit up there in the stands and like, so what? Shoots his leg. Like,
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think they give you the money up front.
no,
Or are
they
you
give the
saying
money.
like after the okay,
Here's 10
does
mil
it
just to take the chance.
does it change if instead of Jalen Ramsey you're going up against a guy like I don't know, who's like burnt toast?
Kevin King.
Yeah. If it was Kevin King, I think he's like 6'3", so that would kind of be tough for
Yeah,
me.
exactly. And he runs like a 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he ran like a 4.7, 4.8.
Kevin King, 6'3", he runs 4.43.
What?
Yeah.
Why did he just get burnt on everything?
Well, that's because Scotty Miller was on him.
No, it's not just that route.
Okay, he's 6'3", 179 though. So like that's not great for
Mm.
like height to weight ratio. Like Jalen Ramsey is like 15 pounds heavier than him,
And
two
he's
inches
2
shorter.
inches shorter. Yeah. And Jalen's not really that stocky either. Like he's not like a big body guy. Now, I think it definitely changes the amount of money you're getting.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, 500K for that, I would take it.
yeah,
I would
I
I would
would.
take
Yeah.
my chances on Kevin King.
Hmm.
I mean, I would probably get locked down, but I'll still take my chances because like it also kind of depends on the quarterback. I'm not trying to get sold out by like Logan Woodside.
Hmm.
Like they just
Give me
get
a
some
good
like
ball.
they just get some like high school quarterback.
Yeah, it put me out there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I'll hit
taking
him with a double move and he'll be toasted.
I'm taking my 10K if I'm out there throwing the ball.
All right, time to head on into these rookie quarterback rankings. So for
Yeah.
me, it's all the first round quarterbacks.
Hmm.
Kyle Trask, eh.
Yeah.
Kellen Mond, I think will be good. It's just,
He's not starting this year.
yeah. So we're gonna rank these guys, and then we're also gonna say when we think they're gonna start their first game. So
Yeah.
number 5 for me, this might come as a bit of a shock, but I just have concerns about where he came from college wise, and that's Trey
Oh yeah, I knew
Lance.
this. I knew it.
I I don't like the competition he faced. I don't like how little he played. He only played like what 16, 17 games in his entire college. Like he came out after his freshman season basically. Like I I think the talent is there. It's just I would have rather seen the 49ers take Justin Fields.
Hmm.
And I mean, I would have rather have seen him take Mac Jones too. Because
Yeah, I would have liked Mac in San Fran.
like Mac Jones is playing and he has a very good team that had good receivers, but
Hmm.
San Francisco also has some good receivers there. Debo, Brandon, Kittle's there. So I think Lance will end up starting. I think they're gonna let Jimmy G start first few weeks, and then I think they're gonna turn it over to Trey Lance week 7. I think Jimmy G won't be impressive this season at all.
I have yeah. I just don't have high hopes for him. I don't like him in Chicago. I don't like any quarterback that has to go to Chicago. Not that I don't like them. I don't like their chances of being a good quarterback. Um, I I really don't have any other reason. I just find all the other guys better than him. Especially, I don't know. I don't really see much from him coming into the NFL and being a productive NFL quarterback. Just because I don't see it, and that's just my reason. Yeah, I put the other guys above him, and then he just kind of fell to the bottom. So
All right, number 4 for me, I got Mac Jones. Again, I think that he is partially a product of just coming through Alabama. You're playing with like all the 5 stars in the world, like all the best college athletes go through Alabama or Clemson. So like he played with some of the best receiving corps we've ever seen in college with Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. He played some with Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, he got to play with Najee Harris as his running back. So I think they like what they see from him in New England, and you always just got to trust Bill Belichick. But as a quarterback, I'm not a fan. So
yeah, I also have Jones at 4. When are you starting Jones?
Mac Jones, I think week 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have Fields starting week 7. Same reason. I think Dalton won't. He'll kind of get to the point where there's like, I know, change it, whatever. I have Jones at 4 too. Because I think, like you're saying, I feel like anyone that comes out of Alabama automatically has high hopes. When you're a first round draft pick, automatically have high hopes for you. You have the easy way to the NFL, if you want to put it that way. If you're one of those top guys at Alabama, you're gonna get looked at. You're gonna get, a lot of praise, especially a guy like Mac Jones coming in, plays 1 year and then boom goes. So I think he'll start week 5. I think Cam will start week 1. I feel like Bill Belichick, I know, is really, really high on him, on Cam. So I think they'll start Cam mainly because he has something to prove. And I feel like if he's going to keep throwing these picks, he's going to keep throwing these, just balls in the dirt, balls wherever, I think they'll turn to Jones and be like, yeah. So
I'm not a Newton fan. Haven't been since he
no,
left.
I don't like Newton. Yeah.
After his MVP season, he dropped off. So
yeah, I don't like Newton.
So next, number 3 for me is Zach Wilson. I think Justin Fields is better than him, talent-wise. I mean, did you know who Zach Wilson was before this past college football season?
No, and that's why I have him at 2. When you catch a league by storm like that, I don't think it can be put. I don't know. First of all, me not knowing who he is not a bad thing because I don't watch college football until the draft happens, and then I should look into people. So, yeah,
I do watch college football. I didn't know who he was until the last couple weeks of the season because he had made a couple good throws, and then everyone was posting his highlights Zach Wilson, it's unreal. There are throws that you've seen guys like Lawrence make his entire college career. I don't think that there's a lack of talent. I think he will be a good quarterback. It's just Jets. He doesn't have a clear-cut wide receiver 1 there. He has Corey Davis. We saw what happened when we tried to use him as a wide receiver 1 here in Tennessee. It didn't work. He's got who are the other wide receivers?
Denzel Mims.
Yeah. Mims, James
Elijah
Crowder.
Moore.
Oh yeah, Elijah Moore. That'll be good. But I mean, still no clear-cut wide receiver 1. No tight end. So I just think that he's being thrown into a bad situation. He'll start week one because who else do they have? Like what are they gonna do? Start Frank Gore at quarterback?
Yeah, no, I think he starts week 1. Yeah. I I just not gonna put the ranking. I'm not gonna put the team around him into the rankings because I still think he's a good quarterback. Like you're saying, that's fine. Um, and just to say, I do think Corey Davis is the wide receiver 1 there because of inexperience, and Jamison Crowder's not a wide receiver 1.
Mhm.
So yeah.
All right. So for me, number two, I got Justin Fields. I've seen this guy basically come through high school. I live in Georgia. He came out of Georgia, went to Georgia initially. So I mean, I've seen like every step of his progression. He's gotten better every year he plays. I think he was this year's Deshaun Watson in the draft because you look at what Deshaun Watson did at Clemson. He brought his team to the national championship or the playoffs like almost every year. And
Mm.
then he still slipped all the way down to 11 and went to the Texans. So I think it was a similar situation here. Justin Fields went to Ohio State. He led his team to the national championship this past year, and he led his team to the semifinals the year before. So I mean, when you're passing on that kind of guy, I know that again he had good talent on the Ohio State team, but just when you're able to lead a team that far, and then teams are going to pass on you for a guy who went to North Dakota State and a guy who went to BYU, just when you look at the competition that he's already faced in his career, yes, he has things he can work on, but I think he will continue to work. I mean, I've already seen that he's the type of guy that is going to go above and beyond, work, learn as much as he can. I think he'll start later in the season just so he can learn more. I think they really want to progress him because they saw what happened with Mitch Trubisky. They don't want to repeat. I think he'll start week 12 and then I I just think him and Lawrence were the best quarterbacks, and we saw that at the beginning of the college season. That's what we thought. We thought it was going to be Lawrence 1, Fields 2, and then it all changed because guys like Trey Lance and Zach Wilson eventually took over the minds of GMs.
Yeah. So well, homeboy skipped me at 3, but at 3 I have Trey Lance, and yeah, I feel that obviously they see something in him that doesn't come from the fact that he's at North Dakota State, and it's like, well, he's this big quarterback that's mobile, that can do it. And I've heard from training camp, which they canceled. I'm pretty sure, didn't they cancel their OTAs or something like that? The
Yeah.
Niners. Yeah, I heard like Kittle was on some show saying that like Trey Lance is staying after. I mean, he's completing passes. He's working well. He's doing everything you'd like your rookie quarterback to do. Even though he's not going to start week 1, but that I've heard good things about him, and that's what I think. I think so I have him at 3 above the other two. I find that I think he will be one of the more successful quarterbacks from this draft class, and that's just like a bold prediction, but not just because, like you said, just John Watson, like drafted at 11, still one of the top quarterbacks in the league if he ever plays another snap in the league. Uh, so, but yeah, like there's quarterbacks. I mean, you get Brady drafted so late. There's a lot of options. He's drafted at 3. I still think he'll be one of the top quarterbacks, with Trevor being 1, unless he for some reason tanks the rest of his career or something. Like just doesn't do it. But at 2, I have Wilson again, or Wilson at 2. Self-explanatory. I feel like the top 2 need to be where, like, I feel like the top 2 are set in my opinion. Also, Trey Lance, I think will start like week 13, 14, maybe even like 17, 8, or whatever, or 18 week, whatever. If they're not doing great, I feel like they'll just put them in just later in the season. And then Zach Wilson obviously going to start week 1, like you said. Who else are they starting?
Yeah.
I don't even know who their backup is. I think he's being put into a bad position. But I like the coaching. I don't know. I like a lot of things they're doing up there. No, they're not ready this year for playoffs. No, but I think they're going in the right direction. So, he's
Yeah.
it too.
I did love the coaching overhaul that they did in New York. Robert
Mhm.
Saleh, gonna be one of the top head coaches in years to come. He did great work in San Francisco as a defensive coordinator. I think he's going to carry on that excellence into New York with the Jets.
Mhm.
Obviously, number one, we both have Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
So it's just look at his college career. He went to a national championship almost every year. He played 3 seasons. He
Yeah.
won twice? Once? Yeah, he won his freshman year against Alabama, lost against LSU the next year, and then lost in the semis to Justin Fields the next. But I mean, every time he hit the field, he had a great game, in my opinion. I think he might have had like every year when he played like Syracuse, he would have a bad game for some reason. I don't know. But I mean, his deep ball, his mid, his short, his accuracy, his throw power, his IQ already, his mobility is already where you want it to be. He'll start week 1. All that stuff about the Jags not naming a starter for week 1, that's all just because they want him to work harder, in my opinion. They want him to be like, oh, okay, let me just go and prove to these guys why I'm going to start week 1. So I think it'll be good. I'm excited to see the Tennessee Titans play against him because I want to see what he can do in the NFL.
Mhm.
The only thing I'm scared of is the rookie pranks shenanigans, and I think his hair might be gone. I mean, you saw what happened to Herbert.
Yeah, but that wasn't a prank. That was just him choosing to save it, I thought.
I know, but you never know, man.
Yeah, Herbert did not look great with a buzz.
You're gonna look at your Instagram one day, and he's gonna be like bald.
That would actually he would not even look the same.
No, he would actually look like a man.
Yeah.
Like he like almost looks like a female. Like there's that one girl that looks like him.
Mhm. Yeah. Like when he was first getting big publicity and everything, like the girl that posted a picture and everybody was like, "Yo, thought this was Trevor."
So, I mean, for me, number one, it's very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You can't put any of these quarterbacks above Trevor Lawrence.
No.
I think next year our rookie rankings will be a lot different. It's a lot weaker quarterback class. It's guys like Sam Howell, Spencer Rattler. I guess
the
the
guy
guy from Liberty.
Yeah.
Malik something.
King? Is it King?
I don't know.
Oh.
So I mean, it's just a lot's gonna change. There's gonna be a much deeper well, I wouldn't say deeper. I would say probably less deep wide receiver class. And you're gonna have guys like Chris Olave, George Pickens coming in. You're gonna have Kevon Thibodeau out of Oregon. He's gonna come out. Derek Stingley's gonna come out in the draft. So it's
Thibodeau isn't Thibodeau an edge?
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's projected first overall, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably won't because I guess if
it depends who the team is.
Yeah.
So
the quarterbacks who just missed this list for me were I got Kellen Mond. He's my one honorable mention. I think that he's probably one of the most pro-ready guys out of this draft. I think he's more pro-ready than honestly Justin Fields.
I think he's pro-ready. I don't think he's more pro-ready than some of these guys, but I think he is better than everybody else is projecting him to be.
Like the system that he was in at Texas A&M with Jimbo Fisher, That's the
Mhm.
system that you see in the NFL. Like most colleges run like their spread offense, and that's not what you see in the NFL. You see a lot of single back, I form. Yes, you do see a lot of shotgun, but like most of these schools are running out of like pistol formation,
Yeah.
like just formations you aren't really seeing in the NFL. I just think that I watched Kellerman play. It was against Tennessee, so it wasn't a great display of an NFL defense.
Competitiveness, right?
Like he has great mobility. He has very good accuracy. His throw power isn't the best, but I think he can be a guy kind of like Kyler Murray, but just in terms of his mobility, he's not as fast. He's kind of more like a Josh Allen runner because he's bigger. But in terms of like accuracy on the run, I would compare that to Kyler Murray.
Yeah. I think especially him going to the Vikings, I actually like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about him. I didn't watch him play that many times, but I definitely heard of him a lot more than I've heard of some of these guys before the draft.
Davis Mills.
Right. But yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking there, but but yeah, it's starting to rain here, so if we can pick this up. Apparently there's like a tornado warning but coming through. So
Well, just guys like Kyle Trask, he's not going to play for a few
Yeah.
years. Brady's going to play until he can. Davis Mills, he'll probably play this year just because Deshaun won't be there.
I mean, they have Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's starting.
Hey, rookies that play after Tyrod Taylor have a history of being good.
Mhm.
You got Baker and
Herbert.
then Justin Herbert.
Mhm.
So maybe they'll work some magic.
Right.
All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching and get those views up. And until next week, we will see you and peace out.
Peace.